For us, this would be red if we put the H in the core behind the right tackle. Again, that would be the weak X, and that would be the strong X. Just putting those in quotations as they are just X and X. Again, for us, we would need to put the back away from the H, correct? I usually like to six-man protect in this particular moment. The H would know if we ran red, in this case, six-man protection. We like the dig back here. We would put this guy on an option route, so it looked the same for the quarterback back there. So that would be a 67. So red 67, and again, all we had to do was call the word switch. The H knew that if he had switch called, he was running the flat. That was his rule. Again, he was either going to be in the flat if he was attached, or if he was detached, he would be in the route with a choice. For instance, if we put this guy out in what we call green or orange, depending upon the alignment with the S. In either case, he would be doing his hold route again, the choice. Off that apex Mike linebacker, floating to hold that nickel spur down so we could throw. And just as a side note, guys, this is one of the best ways to throw vertical switch. Put the circus route in the 3-hole. For us, that would be orange 67 switch. This guy's still doing his concept. He's still got the skinny. This guy's circus is a little quicker now because of the distance here. He's going to naturally be in that 5-yard spacing when they cross. But a lot of times a corner can cheat when number 2 comes off. He never sees number 3 do it. And so if you can get into that type of formation in your system and call the same thing and not screw up your kids, I would encourage you to run switch from the 3-hole here and the 1-hole. And if in any other coverage other than quarters, you're going to punt it to this football player nearly every time. Okay, nearly every time. It's a really good concept. But again, we would go through this. We would read it the same for the quarterback. Protection, he knows in 6-man protection, because we dual read, we would have the odd numbered, first of all, 6. The 7 would make this the big side, the odd number. We would then slide to the backside backer. The tailback, if he saw any type of safety rotation here, right? And the quarterback, knowing he had the slide there, the tailback would likely get 4 weak and be protected. Okay? And then you could, again, punt it to this football player with protection. Again, if we had any weak safety with the backer coming or any corner fire, our quarterback could redirect to stay alive so that this guy and the slide then with our dual read. So from a protection standpoint, our guy was going through just, am I going to Ripper Liz in an even front or Roger Larry the center based upon the triangle rotation. I always wanted the center kicked into rotation because the blitz is always coming from the rotation. You're not going to rotate the coverage this way and bring the blitz that way, right? So very important from a protection standpoint. But then the rest of it's beautiful for us, and I think one of the reasons why our end-of-season cut-ups showed this to be the most efficient route, because this was the easiest thing for them. If I got a closed look, man, I'm just throwing it to the corner to the flat. If it's man, I'm anticipating the corner. If it's not, then I'm just going top down, corner to flat, because in a closed look, I don't want to throw a skinny that's going inside the corner, right? Caging that field corner. I could throw a seam ball to him if I'm really talented, but a good free is going to range drill that thing, right? So we're going to punt the corner down to the flat if the flat player gets involved. And in any open look, I'm going to throw the win post, or I'm going to hit the corner down again if we're running the speed out conversion. If we're running the dig, I was able to tell my quarterback, hey, any field hard corner, just bang the dig. And you'll see that on the tape that's included. Okay? So our coverage concept was the same. So as we're going through our cadence, protection, good. Don't need to kick the center, good. Not hot, good. Coverage concept, cover 2. I'm banging the dig. Ready, set, go, boom. Get the ball out of his hands before 3 seconds to help those offensive linemen. But that's a good way to run a 6-man